Welcome to the City Current Show. I'm your host, Andrew Bartolotta. We're always honored to bring you inspiring stories of individuals and organizations making an impact, empowering the good in our community and beyond. And there's a new venue for Mid-Southerners to get a taste of music, comedy, and the fine arts. Northwest Mississippi Community College's Heindl Center for the Performing Arts is bringing world-class productions in family entertainment. And here to talk about what's coming is the center's director, Kerry Goff. Kerry, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, before we dive into the new center, give listeners a short description on Northwest Mississippi Community College, where it's located, as well as maybe some of their other campuses.
Great. So the main campus of Northwest Mississippi Community College is located in Senatobia, Mississippi, which is 35 miles south of Memphis on I-55. The main campus in general is about a 200-acre campus that looks a lot like a university campus and not a community college campus. It's an incredible campus with 50, 60 facilities that range from the academic side to the athletic side, and now the fine arts side with this brand new 65,000 square foot performing arts center. But there are other campuses too. So in DeSoto County in South Haven, there is the DeSoto Center, which is a commuter campus. And then there's also the Oxford Center. I think they call it the Lafayette County Center. So we have connections in South Haven, we have connections in Oxford, but really, Northwest impacts 11 counties in the northwest corner of Mississippi. So there are all sorts of career and technology sort of centers and stations all throughout that 11 county district that is in the northwest corner of the state. So Northwest has an incredible footprint and an exciting footprint.
So let's dive into the Heindl Center for the Performing Arts, what it offers for both students, faculty, and the community at large.
Absolutely. So I mentioned it's a 65,000 square foot facility, and there are two aspects to the facility. There is a professional side and there's an instructional side to the facility, and we'll talk about the instructional side first. The instructional side includes a new band hall, which can accommodate upwards of 200 band members, a choir hall that can accommodate upwards of 100 choir members, a small band hall for the jazz band, the percussion ensemble, the quintet, those sorts of ensemble groups, wind ensemble. There's a rehearsal room, kind of a traditional theater rehearsal room where you would have mirrors on the wall for choreography rehearsals. That's specifically for the Northwest entertainers. There are 3 individual classrooms for instruction. One of them is a Mac lab. There's a recording studio for our industry studies portion of the curriculum that they have at the fine arts program, which is a really awesome feature that we have, having a recording studio. Every one of the choir halls, band halls, and the theater can pipe in audio into there and record. So it's kind of incredible bit of technology there. Then we have the professional side, and that includes our beautiful lobby and our 1,203 seat theater. And we have pulled out all the stops in terms of our capabilities. We have a 50-foot proscenium opening that's 26.5 feet tall. Our grid height is over 67 feet tall. We have a fully digital sound, fully LED lighting system. We have a loading dock that it can accommodate 2 semi-trucks side by side to get tours in. And so that's the purpose of the auditorium and those capabilities, is to accommodate the touring aspect of this facility. Kind of similar to what Ford Center does, Bologna, the Orpheum. We want to be able to offer some exciting events throughout the calendar year while also supporting the Northwest students with choir concerts, band concerts, and theater productions.
It really is a world-class space, and it is driving economic development in Tate County and the surrounding Senatobia area, and bringing so many opportunities for those in a really rural area. Regionally, to be able to be exposed to fine arts. So you have this inaugural season, which is fantastic. You've recently had Kristen Chenoweth and Disney's Winnie the Pooh, great family entertainment there. Talk about the other series of events, including Jay Leno coming up, North Mississippi Symphony Orchestra, a film series, and even some summer programming.
Absolutely. So we're excited to offer Jay Leno, who is doing okay. He's been in the news lately, but when we heard of the recent accident, we called management and they said, "Oh, no worry, he's working this weekend." So, so we were like, wow, he's a man of steel. He's the king of late night. We're very, very excited to bring him on. We're also having an opener for his event, another awesome comedian named Henry Cho, who has been inducted into the Grand Ole Opry as their comedian. So Henry Cho is going to also be there to bring some laughs to accompany Jay Leno. So we're excited about that event. And then that's March 3rd. March 7th, we're kicking off what will be our presidential lecture series that happens throughout the semester, throughout the varying semesters. Dr. Ben Carson, who was a world-renowned surgeon and former presidential candidate in 2016, and of course served on the cabinet of the Trump administration. So we're very excited of an evening of just discussion that he offers. March 11th, we're bringing in Donnie Edwards and his elite tribute to Elvis. And Donnie Edwards is truly the finest Elvis tribute artist in the nation, and probably the only approved Elvis tribute artist to perform on the grounds of Graceland. It's very exciting to bring him. He's a class act. Can't wait for him to come. We have the New York Gilbert and Sullivan Society players straight out of New York City coming with their production of Pirates of Penzance, which is just a really fun melodrama operetta, high class, great singers, powerful voices, easily 30, 40 people on stage, and a full orchestra. So we're really excited to bring that in. We have another family event for the kids, specifically the little girls, with Pinkalicious. That used to be a popular children's book a number of years back, where this little girl who eats a pink cupcake, her whole world turns pink, and then there becomes conflict. And so it's a great family show, and we'd love to see the kids come for that. The North Mississippi Symphony Orchestra is on their way at the end of April, and they're actually going to produce Guys and Dolls in concert. So the musical Guys and Dolls by Frank Lesser. So we're talking about a symphonic orchestra on stage playing some of the great golden age of Broadway music from Frank Lesser's Guys and Dolls. So we're really excited about that. When we get into May, we've got two exciting events. We have Rain, a tribute to the Beatles, which Rain is probably the best Beatles touring production in the country. It's a beautiful, fabulous show that really takes you through the entire discography of the Beatles, and with some beautiful LED screens that illuminate and show the scenery when they played at Yankee Stadium or they played on the tower of Victor or RCA Records. It's just a beautiful show. We have Mississippi Blues and Grammy winner legend Bobby Rush coming in May. I believe that's May 13th. So we're very excited to have him come. He's excited to be here. And then we get into June, and we have Billy Bob Thornton and his band, the Boxmasters. And of course, Billy Bob Thornton has an amazing film and television career, but he really started out as a musician and a kind of a rock and roll musician. And he's fabulous. His music is this kind of blend of the things that inspired him, which was the Beatles, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, the Beach Boys, Bob Dylan. So you've got that kind of cool grassroots rock and roll kind of thing going on. So we're really excited that he comes in June. And then we hit our summer programming, and our summer programming was meant to get our local talent on the stage. We have a world-class facility with celebrities and stars and legends coming on. We want to get our community actors a little bit of the excitement. So we're producing The Music Man, Meredith Wilson's The Music Man, which is one of the all-time great Broadway shows. And then for the kids, we're going to produce Seussical Jr. My career has been in directing and design for traditional theater productions, and we want to offer that on the campus, but also for the community. So it's not just for the students, it's not just for the community, it's for everyone. And then we have a film series, so we're really excited. We have the capability to screen movies. We have a really big 30-foot screen and a very high-resolution projector system. We got a great sound system. So we're showing on May 10th. We're showing Back to the Future. That's a classic for people like you and me. That's a classic now. And May 4th, couldn't let May 4th go by without showing Star Wars. So we're showing Star Wars: The Force Awakens. And in the summer, and we're going to do this now every summer, we're going to show 3 animated films. This summer is Finding Nemo, Frozen, and Soul. We want to have something for the kids specifically. So offering Seussical Jr. for the little ones to get on stage, and offering the films in the summer gets our kids to have a really fun outlet and get them in the theater and have some popcorn and maybe make some theater and watch some cool movies. So there's a little bit of everything.
It it is going to, and it is already changing the opportunities for local youth and families to have a place to watch and experience world-class productions that they would most likely never have a chance to. And I think that is one of the biggest impacts that the Heindl Center for the Performing Arts really is doing for
Mhm.
your community. You're also on the instructional side, you talked about having an incredible space there, which really is transforming as an alum of Northwest and the Senatobia campus and a former employee there. Just knowing what was there before and now what students get to experience. I'm so jealous for them and I'm excited for them too. You're also been named an all Steinway school now and have the brand new facility. Talk about what that means for world-class training for students, and then a little bit more about the impact that it will have in this rural area of Northwest Mississippi.
Absolutely. So, Steinway really is the best when it comes to pianos. And Dr. Heindl had a vision that he wanted this school to, when we're opening a new facility like this, to have only the best. So in this hall, this whole facility, there are 19 Steinway branded pianos. Of that 19, the theater of the Performing Arts Center has a 9-foot Steinway Spirio grand piano. The Spirio aspect of that Steinway means that it is basically hooked up to the internet. We have an iPad that features the Steinway library, and it can play virtually anything that has been recorded and uploaded into that Steinway library, and it can play it there live with nobody sitting there playing it with their hands. Not to mention, we can also, and we did do this previously in February, we had a Steinway Spirio simulcast event with jazz pianist out of New York City, Michael Cabe. And Michael was essentially sitting in a studio in New York playing his piano, but our piano keys were moving and it was playing in the room, and we could see him playing. He talked to the audience while they were sitting there. So we can offer those simulcast events. Those simulcast events, we're going to work on producing those every semester, and we're making those free to the public. So just an accessibility component. Now we get into the instructional side, and there's a piano studio with another Steinway Spirio piano. It's a 7-foot one, and there's another a traditional Steinway piano, 7-foot. All of the other choir halls have grand pianos, and then the practice rooms there are 14 upright pianos for students to get their hands on and practice whenever they need to do it. So it's really, really exciting. So we have that distinction and that certification of being an all Steinway school. We are the only community college in the state of Mississippi that is a all Steinway school. We're one of three higher ed institutions that have an all Steinway branding. And then, of course, I think we're one of 7 or 10 in the nation of community colleges that's an all Steinway institution. So it has massive impacts for our students. We have high quality, the most high quality piano you can have sitting on our stage that our artists will get to use.
That is fantastic. Talk about donor and sponsorship opportunities, attending
Absolutely.
events.
Well, we have sponsorships for our big events. We're looking at about 9 of those events a year, or about 9 to 11. And those sponsorships for per event, they can range from about 2,500 to 10,000. We have film series sponsorships that start at around $250. We have general, friends of the theater donations from $100 on up. The arts is an important aspect of our lives, and it's important for the quality of life in every community. And it takes a village to produce theater. It takes a village to produce art, and any help that we receive just continues to ensure the programming sustains. And that's always why we ask for help on all of that. So we have those avenues for donations. We have volunteer opportunities to become an usher or a ticket scanner. We also have some employment opportunities with some backstage crew, technical crew, follow spot ops, things like that, concession workers. So the key word of this whole thing for me has been accessibility. We want to make this accessible. Our ticketed events, films are as low as $5 a ticket. Pinkalicious is 15, and then they go on up from there. But we're trying to create a season that can meet the demands or the situations of anyone. Even with a Spurial simulcast event, it's free. And I want to really touch more on the accessibility component. We're 35 miles south of Memphis on I-55. That's, I think between Batesville and Memphis, it's one big community going up and down the interstate.
Yeah.
And we're right in the middle almost between Batesville and South Haven. Boom, we're right there. We're so close to downtown Memphis. The exit is easy. You curve around the loop around town and you're on campus in no time. And we have free parking directly across from the Performing Arts Center with about 800 spaces over there. Not only that, we have campus police who are excellent. They're gonna help direct traffic. They're gonna help you park. You need help getting in, they're always there for that. So accessibility of just getting here, and if you're on that outer rim at Memphis, you're in Collierville, Germantown, Bartlett, you can get on 269 and bam, you're on I-55 and you're here really in no time. So it's very accessible all the way around with free parking, police assistance to get you to navigate you easily. It's a safe campus. So we're really excited about all the opportunities that are going on here.
Kerry, I'm so excited about this, and I can't wait to see how it continues to impact the Senatobia community, Tate County, and Northwest Mississippi as a whole. Where can people go to learn more about the Heindl Center for the Performing Arts, as well as Northwest Mississippi Community College?
Okay, you can visit our website at heindlcenter.org, which is, make sure I get the spelling right. We're at HEINDL Center.org. You can visit us on Facebook. We had been branded for a while the Northwest Center for the Performing Arts, but we have a namesake. So we're so excited to be the Heindl Center for the Performing Arts. And our Facebook page has changed to the Heindl Center for the Performing Arts. We're on Instagram at Heindl_Center. We're at Twitter at Heindl Center. So those are the places you can find us. If you're just on the Northwest Mississippi Community College website, there's links there to kind of point you and get you over here to buy tickets or just to learn more about us and what we do. So those are the ways you can find us.
Kerry, thank you so much for joining us today. And I hope that the community comes to Senatobia and checks it out.
Absolutely. Love to join you. I want to leave with this note. Our true mission is to enrich, inspire, educate, and entertain through the performing arts, and because it changes lives, and we want to be a part of the better quality of life.
Thank you. And you are. And thank you for powering the good in your community.